Hi everyone, welcome to Switch Up TV, and today we're talking about something very interesting. Okay, as we all know, on Friday the government will be announcing the budget for 2015, and some things are brewing in the social media actually. And with me today, we've got Michelle Tam from Star 9. Hi Michelle.
Hi Shah.
Michelle, maybe you can give us a clearer insight about what's been brewing in social media in conjunction with the budget which is going to be announced on Friday.
Well, yes, Malaysians have taken to Facebook, to Twitter to voice out their wish list of what they want to see on Friday.
Okay.
And while many people have come forward with what they'd like to see, what they'd like to see free, the one that has garnered the most attention is this news article where experts have said 2,500 ringgit is sufficient for fresh graduates to survive today.
All right, now that seems rather, well, for some people maybe a bit more difficult to take, to believe.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see the different kinds of people that have come forward. For instance, some have pointed out that there are different kinds of fresh graduates. There are those with a spouse to feed, those with ailing parents to take care of, with loans to service. And for these people, 2,500 ringgit is not quite enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose if you're a breadwinner, you're going to need a lot more than just 2,500 ringgit.
That's right.
You know?
But on the flip side, some people have come up with their own stories from years ago, how they had to start with 700 ringgit starting wage and how they managed just fine. But they did admit that today's rising cost of living, another sore point for a lot of people, factors into the difficulty of making ends meet on that sort of starting wage.
All right, now speaking about rising cost of living, we also had a recent price hike in the petrol recently, right? And a lot of people reacted to that as well. So now, all the more, will 2,500 ringgit be enough for everything which is going up?
I doubt it. Judging from the hundreds of comments that have come up on that post, it seems that the major consensus is no, they need a higher starting wage.
All right, now that was something we saw on Facebook actually.
Yeah.
How about, you know, have you found anything on Twitter which is perhaps?
Oh, definitely. On Twitter, people have outlined their greatest concern that they want to see addressed in tomorrow's budget. And one interesting thing that's come up, apart from, you know, price hikes for commodities, petrol and housing, is how they want to see free education for their children.
Now, okay, free education, do you think that's possible? Do you think that's something the government could actually achieve eventually?
Well, if we reduce subsidies and, you know, petrol prices go up and the money is correctly channeled, I don't see why not. Maybe the subject has come up a bit more often now that Germany has entirely free education across the board in all its states.
All right, so of course Malaysians are hoping for the same thing.
Yes, they are.
Okay, but at the same time, you know, free education is perhaps a wish list. A lot of people have many other wish lists, and some people think some of these requests can be a bit, how do I say, impossible, because if it's possible, everybody would want to have everything for free. Everybody would want everything cheap.
I see free a lot in the comments.
Yes, but you know, you can't have everything for free. You have to be practical, realistic. So what do you think the government could work on, perhaps?
I think another trend I see is where people say it's okay to tax us, it's okay to let the petrol price go up to reduce subsidies, but let us know where this money is going. Is it going towards better public transport? Is it going towards, you know, one day working towards free education? They just want more transparency and a clearer sort of plan to see where the government is taking the country as a whole.
All right, the other thing I guess everyone's talking about right now is GST.
Yes.
Going to be introduced for the first time. All right. So I'm sure there have been a lot of comments about that as well on social media. Okay.
Well, GST, as you know, the underlying sentiment is people just don't want it. They don't want it to start. But an alternative that has come up is people, instead of wanting a blanket tax, they want it to be applied to certain items, like sin tax, you know, on alcohol and cigarettes, and they want that to go towards to be the new form of GST instead of GST.
All right, well, some people don't even know what's GST. We've interviewed some people in the streets. They think, some people, there's this makcik, she thinks it's an exam. It's some sort of an exam. So
that's unfortunate. I think that points towards the need for greater education on GST. I'm aware that the ministry is of course conducting its roadshows, is of course conducting workshops for you know, small, medium enterprises and businesses, but it shows that the layperson on the street is not really aware of the effects or perhaps the benefits of GST, if any.
Yeah, some people think it's just another additional cost, something they have to pay extra, you know. But anyway, thank you for giving us shedding some light on that actually. But I'm afraid that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching. Catch me again with more interesting topics right here on Switch Up TV. Thank you for watching.